So the world is changing very fast, but we have to make sure that human is always in the loop. So human-centric technologies are used because those technologies are for humanity. Humanity is not for the technology.
Hello and welcome to Energy Frontiers, our monthly series examining the evolving dynamics of the global energy sector, coming to you from our studio in Baku, Azerbaijan. This month we explore how AI, smart grids, quantum computing and cross-border infrastructure are reshaping energy systems. As nations race to decarbonize and scale up investments in renewables, which innovations will define the next era? In a moment, Fariz Jafarov, the head of Azerbaijan's Center for the Fourth Industrial Revolution, will join me to share his thoughts on the matter. But first, here's an overview of what's at stake.
As the world shifts towards net zero, new technologies such as AI are playing an increasingly central role in energy systems. AI can help smooth integration of renewables like solar and wind into the energy mix, balance decentralized and digitalized power grids, boost the capacity of transmission lines through smart sensors, optimize energy flows and manage maintenance more smoothly. AI will also boost energy efficiency in offices and homes. However, AI is energy hungry. Huge data centers use as much power as 100,000 homes, and electricity demand for data centers is forecast to double by 2030. So how do we make the most of new technology to build a greener and more sustainable energy future?
I'm delighted to say that I'm joined in studio now by Fariz Jafarov. He is the Executive Director of C4IR Azerbaijan. It's wonderful to see you today, Fariz.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
Let me start by asking you about the centre, because it's part of the World Economic Forum's network of C4IR. Talk to me about the measurable impact of the centre since it launched and your goals for the year ahead.
Yeah, back in 2016, the head of World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab, he came up with the idea of fourth industrial revolution, which there are several technologies like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, 3D and 4D printing, biotechnologies, nanotechnologies, and things are integrated with each other, and that shapes whole economy, our life. Therefore, World Economic Forum created special centers, C4IR, Center for Fourth Industrial Revolution, back in 2017 in San Francisco. And we became the part of this network in 2021. So basically, we attract international expertise to Azerbaijan using the network. We make sure that digital economy in place. We help people to gain knowledge and experience in the time of the Fourth Industrial Revolution. We also bring international technologies like adoption in different industries. We prepare some strategies.
When it comes to AI and advancing technologies, what are you deploying in Azerbaijan to help improve efficiency, not least in the energy sector?
AI for energy and energy for AI. There's a paradox in the world. AI-related data centers may use energy increase the usage of energy around 50% annually. But at the same time, application of AI can minimize the energy consumption around 60%. So basically, since the world is growing, technologies are applied in different places, sensors are there, Internet of Things are there, that requires a lot of energy. But at the same time, those technologies help us to reduce emission of carbon dioxide, to reduce the cost of labor, cost of production. So basically, it's a kind of balancing each other.
What are the greatest challenges you're currently facing with this integration and adoption? And how are you making sure that your strategies and policies, ambitions align with SDGs?
Because technology is changing very fast, it's very difficult to make the regulations and laws aligned with all these changes. At the same time, we have to make sure that Azerbaijani citizens are ready to foster those technologies in the country. So we have to equip them with skills, with education, with a knowledge in order to be adaptable all the kind of changes happening. As a country, we have several papers and the strategies. One of them recently adopted and signed by the president about AI strategy. We have digital development concept, and the digital economy development strategies on the way. So basically that shows Azerbaijan's vision for adoption of different technologies in different sectors of the economy in upcoming years.
Many nations are discussing the fourth industrial revolution. Many are still at the pilot stages. How does the world move from those small trials to widespread adoption?
So basically we have started to apply several methodologies, international methodologies as a pilot project in different sectors, including Industry 4.0 approach, to understand the gaps of SMEs, small and medium enterprises, to understand their technological readiness, to understand the institutional readiness, and to understand their business gaps. So based on that, we developed digital transformation roadmap where actually they can apply technologies in order to minimize their cost, to have predictive analytics, to make decisions based on the data, and at the end, to have EBITDA around 20%, so to increase the profit and also to decrease their labor costs. At the same time, now we are giving special programs for SMEs, and we want to extend this program to more than 650 SMEs by the end of 2030.
Looking ahead to 2035, give me your view of a truly modern economy. How is it powered, and more importantly, how is it governed?
So basically, the biological, digital, and physical spheres are going very converge to each other faster. Very soon we will see smart houses, more than 70% probably. We will see robots in different sectors, like dark factories. There is no electricity used in that robots, like lights, but the robots itself will produce different products 24/7 non-stop. By 2035, it will extend in different areas, like autonomous vehicle, probably e-vehicles will be around 60 to 70% usage. And imagine that if autonomous vehicles are talking to each other, there might be less congestion and traffic jam, and there will be less emission of the CO2 in different countries. So the world is changing very fast, but we have to make sure that human is always in the loop. So human-centric technologies are used because those technologies are for humanity. Humanity is not for the technology.
Fariz, Jafarov, thank you so much for speaking to me today. We have to leave our conversation there.
Thank you so much.
Well, that wraps up this edition of Energy Frontiers, but join me again next time from Baku in Azerbaijan. Until then, take care and goodbye.